Happy Friday! Oh my goodness, a bumpy landing for me into this weekend, but I'm glad we are here and we are talking hair, and more hair. We're talking about hair growth today, ladies, hair growth and habits that you do that help your hair grow. And today I'm going to give you my 5 hacks. I'm just gonna be really honest with you. I thought I was blessed with like fast growing hair. Well, I did a little research and I think I've just kind of stumbled into some good habits without really knowing. And I think if I can share my hacks with you, I mean, maybe they work for you. Maybe you take some, maybe you leave some, whatever. But I thought, hey, I'm not that special. I'm just kind of indirectly ended up doing some things that are really good for your hair. So I'm going to share them with you today and we will go from there. But first, a word from our sponsor. As hot girl and retired hot girl, summer comes to a close and sundresses make way for sweater weather. You can smell the basic bitch pumpkin spice lattes dance in the air. It's important to remember that the days are getting shorter, and that means sunlight is not going to be giving you your daily dose of vitamin D. So vitamin D is a huge supporter of your overall immune system, just in general, but it also is a huge player in hair loss. So a lot of vitamin D will help you stop losing that hair. So unless you are living on the equator naked, putting a little vitamin D into your diet as we slide into flu season is probably a good idea. And of course, I do the gummies because I am a child trapped in an old person's body. Actually, it's just better on my stomach if I do like a gummy instead of, sometimes I'll burp the other ones all day long. Not a good thing. So anyway, have some vitamin D today, guys. Okay, let's get into it. We're talking hair habits. Habits. Ugh, I don't like that word. Do you guys like that word? It just doesn't go down so good. I mean, I like to put sugar on it and like massage it, little spices on it, and kind of, tenderize it a little bit and call it tiny shifts. Tiny shifts. I can do tiny shifts. Tiny shifts, that's manageable. Tiny shifts feels better, feels doable, right? Tiny shifts, little tiny shifts. And sometimes, I'll admit those tiny shifts feel like, a little eyedropper that you're just like one drop into a bathtub and they feel like they take forever. But that's sometimes what we need. We need a slow, steady consistency as the pendulum goes back and forth to try to drop these tiny shifts into a steady alignment into our everyday life. And that's not always easy. Sometimes you just have to do what works. I mean, if my fancy studio and upgraded phone and fancy phone app editing software is any indication, sometimes it's like I just have to find stuff that works, in the sense that I can't make any excuses for not doing it, and then if it sticks, then it's upgraded as we go. So anyway, what I was saying before is that, I thought I was kind of special that I had this hair growth. And as I was looking at it, because I was kind of digging in a little bit more, if you haven't watched my video on the apple cider vinegar, that came up. And as I was looking at some of it, I've already mentioned before, I'm kind of on a Mediterranean diet. So if we could talk about the first thing is health, overall health, but your diet, what you're actually eating. And I'm on more of that style. I don't really, I'll splurge, and I definitely have a thing for pork, but overall, I do try to stay with more of a vegetarian or like just a pescatarian style. But I do, and I'm going to put some food images up there, some hair food. And, I find that I do kind of fall into that. Now, what I do is I need to have stuff that's like easy. I have a picky eater, so it's hard to just make things that are just good for everybody's hair and stuff like that. So I have kind of gone to my two go-tos are out of the list are eggs, like boiled eggs, and avocados, and almonds, and a lot of times it's almond milk. So, you know, for me, a snack, I can, you know, boiled egg is awesome. I mean, that's like a super easy, you can kind of pop it whenever you're kind of feeling down or whatever, as far as your energy or spike. So you have boiled eggs, you have avocados that are quick and easy, and then the almond milk. And the almond milk I use in a smoothie, and I do that, like, I don't know, not every morning, but I'll do a smoothie, and it's bananas and almond milk. So if I look on that hair list, I mean, that's almonds. So I've got almonds, avocados, eggs, and the bananas. So that's, I mean, if you can get 3 to 4 items, and I think it's really just about being mindful about it. Now, if you're like me, I can't do boiled eggs every single month. So like this month it'll be boiled eggs and avocados, and next month I'll probably switch it up and be more like raspberries and spinach. So I feel like sometimes instead of just having to make a whole meal, if I can just add a few things and, for instance, use it in different stuff. So the eggs, I can use those in the morning. I can use them for an afternoon snack. Avocado, I can put them on toast in the morning. I can put them on a salad. I can eat them straight. Any of those I can eat straight. The almond milk, you can definitely put that on cereal, or if you have regular almonds, like just plain roasted almonds, that's good too. So, I mean, for me, it's just about picking one item, even if it's just one item and it's almonds or it's just avocados. If you can just add something from this picture that is hopefully going to be showing up on the screen into your diet for a month, and then the next month switch it up to something else, slowly incorporating something that's easy. And even, you know, the boiled eggs, they even have them at the grocery store, and I looked the last time, it was 10 cents more, that they're already boiled and everything, so that if, you know, you just cleaned your house and you don't want it to smell like rotten farts, they've got an option for that too, for, you know, 10 cents more for, I mean, I think it's like, it might not be the whole dozen, so it might not be all that great. But anyway, as far as to get the habit going. And water. That's the second one, is water, drinking water. This one is hard for me. And, you know, I live in the desert where you literally get dehydrated sleeping at night. And especially in the summertime, you have to be very, very careful about your hydration. So my go around that is I try to keep ice in my water. And I use a straw. I hope that's okay. Because for me, it's more about it feeling maybe like a soda drink or something. Like, for some reason, now I've got to show you. But I will drink more water. And I also have it in one of these mugs. And it's kind of like a Yeti. It's one of those where it keeps things hot or keeps things cold. But in the desert, it gets so hot that, I mean, it's really hard to even have a drink. And these, you can actually, even when it's 100 degrees out, and imagine what it is in your car if it's 100 degrees, but you can put some ice in it and it will actually last. So there's really no excuse. So when I'm out running around, I'm in my car driving all the time, and I even have a bigger Yeti that's like the 32 ounce or whatever, but if I fill it up and it has ice and a straw in it, for some reason I can actually drink water so much faster than if it's just like in a water bottle or it doesn't have ice in it. I don't know what it is, if it's like a mental thing for me, but once I started kind of making it more like a soda, maybe I feel like I'm, you know, I can kind of trick my mind into thinking, because it hears it, that it thinks that it's, I don't know, getting a big fat cherry Coke or something like that. I don't know, but it works for me, and maybe it's something that would work for you. The other thing was sleeping and stress, and to make sure that you get good sleep. That was another one that was on that, and that would be my third thing to talk about. And I do have a routine with sleeping. I pretty much have a light switch when it goes off at about 8:30 and it goes on at about 4:30, pretty steadily. And I do a routine pretty much, not every night, but pretty close to every night, I will take a bath, and not necessarily a hot bath, but I'll do a bath. And I brought, you know, me, because I'm weird, I brought stuff into the car. But I also use an Epsom salt. I kind of switch them up, but this one is a vitamin C, because of course we can use all the vitamins that we can get as we, again, slide into flu season. And so it just it smells so good and so fresh, and it is just so soothing. So I do add this. So when you combine a routine, it does kind of tell your body that we are detaching, and we are, you know, we're starting the down spiral down into the bed to go to sleep. And so I think that definitely has helped with my sleep. I am a really good sleeper, and I love my sleep. And so that does help with your stress hormone and your cortisol, which also translates into your hair. So I don't know if you can just do a routine, some kind of routine. I mean, I know people are really big on morning routines, and I don't know. I kind of have a morning routine, but I definitely have more of a shutdown routine as far as going to bed. And I actually charge my phone in the kitchen. I don't even have it in the bedroom. And I've been doing that for a number of years, and it's probably been the best life hack I've made ever. So definitely adding those essential oils with that routine for sleep is good. The next, the fourth one is exercise. So exercise is a tricky one, especially with this whole pandemic stuff. So I've done a few things. I was never really a gym person, so I didn't really miss the gym. So that wasn't a big thing. But as far as just going out and just being outside, again, I'm in Arizona, and so it is hot here. So this is almost like our winter. Like, unless you're getting up really early, which I do, it's still pretty hot to like be able to exercise through the day. I mean, I think we had 113 degree day still this week. So, I mean, we really don't cool off until, sometimes not until like right before Halloween. So for that, I actually did two things. I got sucked into this pandemic shit, and I got a dog. So, I mean, and I have to walk him. So, I mean, and he is very, he's very mindful of when it's time for his walk. So let's just say that. And so I do that. And so that has been great. So I do it once in the morning and once at night. And then I actually got, I got on to BB Fit, which is like it's an online, the chick, she does stuff on YouTube too. You can do her, but I did sign up for her thing because she's got this where you just go on and everything is all set up. So it's like you just go on, you go to the day, you do the workout. So that's kind of like when I just don't want to think, and I just want to log on and somebody to tell me what kind of workout we're doing. And the way that she has it broken out is really great. And you can pay, it's, legs, and then she does a Pilates, yoga. She's got meditation on there. She kind of, covers it all. But that's been great. And I also did, I do work out with some ladies on Zoom. There's like a group of us. So I do think that with exercise, I mean, the biggest benefit you get with your hair, I guess I should say that, is that it increases the blood flow, which also increases your metabolism. So any kind of movement is good. Again, for your overall health as we slide into flu season. I'm not going to stop reiterating that because it's important, especially this year. But also, it creates that blood flow that you need for that new cell development into every part of your body, but especially your hair. But also the Zoom. So if you have a couple friends that live across, if you guys can, we do it at noon. And actually it was so popular that now we have a 6 o'clock class and a 4 o'clock class. And there's anywhere from 5 of us that show up to 19 of us. But I mean, you don't even need that. There's some of us that are in the group that now we kind of say, hey, does anybody want to work out at this time? But I do think it is good because, again, I have that account for the BB Fit, Bailey Brown. She's awesome. But there's a really good accountability factor that happens. And it kind of disguises as a support group in a weird way when you get the ladies together. and you can kind of support each other. And, you know, we do like before and afters of, you know, and it's a slow, again, it's the eyedropper into the bathtub. It's slow and steady. You know, we want to do stuff that's sustainable, because if it's not I can't even say that word, sustainable, thank you, then it's not worth doing. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be a gym rat that I have to be there, you know, 4 hours a day to have this rocking body that 1 week, and I'm, you know, I can't. It has to fit. It has to just somehow fit, and then it gets upgraded the better that it fits. I mean, that's just how it always has worked. So exercise, if you got a friend, even if it's one friend, Zoom. I mean, you can do Zoom, I think is free. You share the screen, and you can even do stuff on YouTube. So you don't even have to sign up for anything, but just to get some kind of movement, you know, just to get yourself, especially in the winter, if it gets too cold, to like be outside and actually get some exercise. That might be something you can get your girlfriends on board with. And then the last one is, you know, what we do with our hair. And this is, you know, I do try to be mindful of heat on my hair. I don't blow my hair dry every day. I don't wash my hair every day. I am mindful of, you know, everything is sulfate free, or alcohol, very low or no alcohol in the conditioners and stuff. And also, when I'm putting my hair up, I try to do stuff that's loose, like a high bun, or you know, a low bun. And then trimming your hair, I need a trim. I'm gonna do that like tomorrow. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. But making sure that you get that trim done is also another way that will help promote your hair growth. So, I mean, that's what I got. Those are the hacks. So just to recap, you know, something quick: avocados, eggs, something quick. Ice into your water, sleep, add, you know, make it fun, you know, going back to that whole, like, if you are in the, you know, apple cider vinegar and you're doing the soak stuff, add some essential oils and stuff that's going to bring in another dimension, excuse me, to lower that stress for you. And then the hair stuff, I mean, that's pretty obvious, you know, no heat or low heat. And if you do heat, you know, if you can have something like you know, that 10 or something that you can put on your hair first so that it has a little bit of protection, then that's going to be a good thing as well. So, and as always, did I forget anything? Are you taking a supplement or something that you want to share in the comments? Because, you know, sharing is caring. And as always, from my reality to your reality, thank you for being